We present GST, precise 3D human body from a single image with Gaussian splatting transformers. Work led by Lorenza, Mi Abdullah, Joao, and Christian from VGG Lab of Oxford. 3D Gaussian splatting have emerged as a promising approach for real-time novel view synthesis and it achieve very realistic rendering of real scenes. Gaussian splatting utilizes extensive splitting of Gaussian components that are rasterized from multiple views to achieve this realistic setup. However, in many real application videos, we are interested in some dynamics objects or sometimes humans that are involved in the videos, and we want to analyze and reconstruct those humans in the video. One common approach for this 3D human body prediction is to predict a parametric model like Simple that describe the shape and the pose of the 3D human body, and many methods predict that from a single image using supervised learning techniques. Other methods that are interested in one step further, instead of reconstructing only the pose and the shape of the body, they also reconstruct the clothes and colors of the human body. And several methods utilize neural radiance fields in addition to the simple parameters that describe the body and shape that are given usually as input. In this work, we predict jointly the 3D human body shape and pose, as well as we do 3D reconstruction of the human body from a single image. And we reconstruct a 3D representation that we are able to render from any view to achieve novel view synthesis and novel view renderings that includes clothes, for example, and colors of the human. Here we show the full pipeline of our Gaussian splatting transformer. The GST predict jointly the simple parameters that describe the shape and the pose of the body, as well as Gaussian splats that are renderable for any views. And these Gaussian splats are represented by a set of parameters that describe each component of the splats. We utilize a VIT to encode the image, and then different transformer tokens to describe the simple parameters, and other tokens to describe the Gaussian splat features like the color, opacity, scale, and rotation. The output of the Gaussian splats are rendered using differentiable rasterizer, and they are trained with real multi-view image training. And this is unique in our method. Unlike previous methods that estimate the 3D body, they rely on supervised training using explicit 3D representation. Here we rely on the rasterized or the rendered images from the Gaussian splats to supervise the training of the neural network. Coming back to the pipeline, since we are predicting two things without actual 3D supervision, we rely on a tightness loss that basically enforce or couples the predicted simple parameters and the 3D Gaussian splats to be relative to each other. And this enforced the Gaussian splats to be close to the simple parameters, and therefore the Gaussian splats that are predicting correct renderings will actually result in correct 3D body shape as well. Here we show some results for 3D pose and shape estimation on the human dataset from a single input image. Note how our predicted simple parameters match the ground truth simple parameters without explicitly training on these 3D simple parameters. Compared to other baselines like HMR2, we achieve better alignment to the ground truth simple parameters. as can be seen on the simple overlay of the ground truth, our simple, and the baseline HMR2 simple parameters. And here we show more 3D results from T-Human 2.1 dataset. Additional results as well. Here we show novel view synthesis compared to SHERF, which is a novel view synthesis baseline that utilize the ground truth simple parameters as input. Here we show additional outputs for single input image on T-Human 2.1 dataset. On the bottom row, you can see the ground truth views to compare to our output from the same viewpoints. Here we show some results on render people dataset. In terms of quantitative metrics, we achieve state-of-the-art results when there is no ground truth 3D input is given, and the only input given is the input image. And as you can see, we achieve both better results in terms of PSNR, SSIM, and LPIPS, as well as 3D metrics in terms of MP, JPE, error in millimeter. Note that we have not used any explicit 3D training in our pipeline. We only relied on the perceptual image loss that is rendered from the Gaussian splats. Here we show additional results on mocap dataset and T-Human dataset in terms of novel view synthesis. As an ablation study, we ablate different parts of the losses, as well as we see the effect in terms of novel view synthesis performance, as well as 3D precision performance. Note how the tightness loss we are adding prevents some cases where the predicted simple parameters can be very skinny, and the output Gaussians can actually render predicted views that are accurate. However, this is not what we want. We want the simple parameters and ground truth simple parameters to be as close as possible. And the only thing we can control that is with this tightness loss that reduce the amount of variation in the Gaussian splats in terms of distance to the vertex that's defined. Please check the website and the code of the project. Thank you.